Does the CT5 still have a V8? Well, with this version, no, but it does have quite a bit of power. I'll include a link to the Jerry Center Cadillac's website in the description down below. If you have any questions, ask for Zaid. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed, fuel economy 17 around town, 26 on the highway with power outputs being 360 horsepower and then 405 pound-feet of torque. The more subscribers that I have, the more access I get to cars, so I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Nothing crazy with the hood, just all blacked out, but does look a little bit more muscular. This comes with a new headlight design, which is pretty sleek looking. You've got like a sequential animation for the turn signal, and it also has the cool fill-in animation with the lights. And then the rest of the front end is blacked out, which does give the CT5V a sportier appearance overall. Tire wheel setup is 245 by 40 by 19. Metallic gray for the wheels, and then you've got the red brake caliper. And they actually paint the key fob to match the brake caliper. It also has the unlock, the lock, remote start, and the opening for the trunk function. Now back to the car. Here's your side profile. It has a more muscular look compared to other sedans in this segment. Now this is a pretty large car, and so you do have a larger cargo area. And the trunk closing is just manual. You've got that little handle and you can just throw it down. Now when it comes to the taillight design here, pretty cool. Has very sharp lines. This is one of the nice things about LEDs. And they lay everything out on the back here. You can see the V, the CT5, and the all-wheel drive badges. There's also 4 exhaust tip covers there at the bottom. Let's now check out the interior. Soft touch all over the door panel. We've got a little bit of carbon fiber trim there too. Seats are perforated all down the center. You've got the brown stitching as well on the sides. Legroom back here is good. We got a little storage pocket. We also have vents in the back, USB port with the 12 volt. There isn't a massive amount of headroom, but I do fit just by a little bit. Let's now pop up front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. We've got nice soft touch trim all over the door panel, more of that carbon fiber trim. The mirrors do also power fold in, and then we've got 4 automatic windows. More nice trim here on the front seat, perforated all down the center. Power adjustments on the side with lumbar support and massage function. The passenger seat also gets all those nice features. And now it's time to start her up. Nice trim all around the steering wheel, stitching on the airbag cover, and this one has the Super Cruise function. On the right hand side, you've got practical controls for the volume. You've got your V mode, and you can see a little paddle there in the back. And then over on the left hand side, your controls for the Super Cruise heated steering wheel function. And then you notice we've got some carbon fiber trim on the steering wheel too. And we actually have a little bit of touchscreen here on the side where you can adjust different functions like the heads-up display, for example. And there's a quick look at the heads-up display. It's actually pretty clear. And then you've got the main cluster here, fully digital. Just gives you all the basic information. It's a pretty clean layout overall with the design. 360 camera system, good resolution with the camera. As for the infotainment system, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, that's always a nice feature to have. Quick response time. You've got your whole performance page set up, which lets you know everything that's happening with the car. Below that screen, we do have physical controls for the climate. We also have physical controls for the heated, ventilated seats, your parking assist, lane departure, and also to pop on the 360 camera. Wireless phone charging pad. Behind that, we've got some cup holders. Drive mode select is just in front of the shifter with your stability control and auto hold and auto stop start built in there. And then here's the shifter for the 10-speed. And if that wasn't enough physical controls, you do have this for the infotainment system and the radio. And then we've got our center console with some USB ports inside, and I guess you could use that as a little phone holder or wallet holder. Up top, we've got a camera rear view mirror, and then we have a double center situation, so one up front and then one over in the back as well. 2026 CT5V series, $69,385 is the total MSRP. Let's see how the CT5 performs. CT5V, and Zaid's gonna reach out to me once there's a Blackwing in, so we will have a review on that somewhat near future. So you guys got to give a thank you to Zaid, because he's been on top of it with making sure that I get access to the cool Cadillacs before they end up disappearing. A lot of the cooler Cadillacs, you know, they come in and then they're only here for like a day or two before someone pops in and ends up buying them. So yeah, it's not always easy to get access to them, but here we are. Now the seats are pretty comfortable. Let's see what the massage function's like. That's pretty nice. Man, I think I got the easiest job on the planet. I gotta just tell you how this car drives, and I get a massage while I'm doing it. Powertrain's very smooth. Got lots of low-end torque from this 3-liter V6. It is beyond me as to why they don't have this engine in more GM vehicles. Like, why is this not in the, well, they're getting rid of the XT6, but like this would have been great for the XT6. This would be great for the Traverse. You know, like the Chevy Colorado GMC Canyon, like why is this engine not in those vehicles? It's torquey, sounds pretty darn cool. It's got good power figures. Now with the V, the suspension's not uncomfortable, it's a little bit firmer. Let's see what drive mode we're in. Oh, we're in sports. Let's pop into touring and see how that is. We'll go back into sport for the acceleration in a moment. Maybe that'll soften things up quite a bit. Oh yeah, that actually does make a difference. This thing keeps... Is this truck moving or not? Oh, okay, yeah, they are. Just a slow start. Oh, they're texting and driving. I am always shocked at how many people nowadays are just like driving like this. It's crazy. It's the world we live in. Yeah, the acceleration on this is really smooth. I would say that this is, it's not as I mean, maybe my reality is a little bit distorted. I just drove an Escalade IQ before this, which is super comfortable. And so this feels good, but it doesn't like, I think I got a little bit of reality distortion. It happens. If you go drive like I remember one time I drove a Dodge Viper ACR, and then right after that I immediately drove a Hellcat. Now Hellcat's not a luxury car, but because I drove them back to back, it felt like I was going from like, I mean, the Viper ACR is the harshest, loudest car I've ever driven in my life. And then the Hellcat felt like a Rolls Royce afterwards. So perception is important sometimes with car reviews. Let's pop it into sport mode. And I think that's something to also consider when you're shopping for cars. You know, what you drive on a regular basis versus what you're looking at. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. Cadillac, GM, why don't you use this engine in more cars? Just silly, just silly. It's not the fastest engine on the planet, but it sounds good, it's got good power. GM, man, you guys do some good stuff. And then you gotta share it a little bit, share it with the other brands. So, in conclusion, the CT5-V. It would obviously be cool if this had a V8, but the V6 has good power, gets pretty good fuel economy, sounds good as well. All-wheel drive's nice. I do think it'd be cool if they had a all-wheel drive variant on the Blackwing, but we all know that'll never happen. It's not necessary for performance, but like, there's a lot of people that would rock, like, think about this. Think if they did an all-wheel drive station wagon Blackwing. That would be super niche, obviously. But let me tell you, people would buy it. People would pay stupid money for that. But anyways, the regular CT5-V, this is a great like luxury performance car. It ticks all the boxes, and this is the same price as a BMW M340i. This is more car than that. It's a bigger car, more luxury. Let me know your thoughts.